Hey, what's up guys? It is your favorite mums here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So guys, as you can see right there to my side, Team of the Year voting has finally been released, alright? So what this video is going to be about, guys, is we're going to go do our Team of the Year voting, give you guys my opinions on who I think will get in and why. And then I've got some predictions for you guys as well, some rating predictions in terms of what these cards are going to look like. And then also some price predictions of what you can expect to be paying for some of these cards, because I know a lot of people get confused with that. All right, so let's not waste any time, guys. Let's get straight into it, all right? So let's head over to the voting screen right here. Now, already, if you guys have done this, you could probably tell there is some weird stuff going in on EA's behalf, all right? They have not put some people in, and then they've put other people in. They've missed people out that deserve to be in the nominees, and then they've put people in that don't even deserve to be there. Examples, I mean, you're going to see one right here. So these are our keepers, right? You've got NEUER, Navas, Mandanda, Hradecky, Edison, Courtois, Allison, right? Where's Oblak? Where's ter Stegen? I mean, in my opinion, Oblak was a top 3 goalkeeper for the year of 2020, all right? I would say NEUER, Allison, and Oblak all were probably the 3 best keepers. So how someone like Oblak's not there, or even ter Stegen, when you've got like Mandanda in there, is weird. All right. Anyways, my vote is going to be for NEUER here, guys. I think NEUER, Allison, Oblak, I think all 3 are probably deserving goalkeepers, but NEUER, in my opinion, definitely had the best year. I mean, they won so many things, guys. You know, so he is my vote for the keeper. Now, defenders. Now, this is what I want to quickly say to you guys, right? Because I've seen some people's defenders, and, you know, people are voting, you know, players like Theo Hernandez. Now, yes, this Hernandez card has had a really good, you know, he's in good form, basically. He's had a good last, you know, couple months or whatever. That is very, very true. But you got to remember, you're voting for Team of the Year, right? So it's the whole of 2020 from the start to the end. That's also a reason why I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, Van Dijk doesn't deserve to get in because he's injured. But he was only injured for right at the end of 2020. He played all of last season, and he played most of 2020, guys, where he was, in my opinion anyways, the best centre-back in the game, in the world. So I think someone like that deserves to go in. Anyways, let's keep moving on. So my left back is going to be Davies. Now, I think this spot could be a 50-50. I think Robertson could just as easily get in. But I think Davies, who obviously was an attacker, you know, got put into play left back, kind of like a makeshift left back at such a young age. And then they obviously, as we know, Bayern, you know, pretty much won everything. I think he definitely deserves to be in that spot. The centre-backs for me are really easy. I've got Ramos as one of my centre-backs. Reasoning for Ramos, guys. I think Ramos scored, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Ramos scored the most goals for Real Madrid in the La Liga. So you've got a defender who obviously, you know, is a great defender, but then also scored the most goals for his entire team as a defender, so which is insane. So I think Ramos definitely deserves to take that spot. You know, are there others that could deserve that spot? Yeah, there are others that have had good years. You know, I think someone like Marquinhos has had a really good year and things like that. So I could see people putting in other cards. One person I don't see in here who has had a really good year though was Alaba as well. I think Alaba had a really good year. The fact he's not even in the nominees, I think that's another bit of a stupid one. But, I mean, we'll forget that. As you guys already know, I just mentioned it, my other centre-back is definitely Van Dijk. All right. In my opinion, obviously I'm a Liverpool fan. Maybe I'm biased, but he is the best centre-back in the entire world. And he was for, you know, all of 2020 pretty much until he got injured. So he's definitely my centre-back. And then my right-back spot, once again, quite an easy one for me, and it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, I think that one kind of speaks for itself. I think that's a pretty obvious one. Now, as for the midfielders, guys, these are our nominees. You're going to notice that there's one person missing. I mean, there's probably more, but there's one person that stands out that is missing. Have a look along those midfielders. Also, Son is a midfielder for this nominee thing as well, which is cool. But who do you think we're missing? So we are missing the mule himself, Muller. Now, how he didn't get put in is beyond me. It's absolutely ridiculous. He was probably a top 3 midfielder in the world this year. Don't get me wrong, I didn't expect him to get voted into Team of the Year because obviously, you know, it's a popularity contest mixed with, you know, what EA thinks is going to sell packs. So I really didn't expect Muller to end up getting in, but he definitely deserved to be a nominee. So the fact he's not even in the nominees is very, very strange. Now, let's quickly start with, I think, the dead sets, all right? I think these two are obvious. De Bruyne, for me, 100% gets in. I think that's a very obvious choice. And then the other very obvious one for me is, where is he? Kimmich, there he is Kimmich. So I think De Bruyne and Kimmich, for me, are just the standout 2 midfielders this year. I think those two definitely deserve to get in, based on real life performance and also based on, you know, popularity. Because that's the thing with Team of the Year, right? If people don't know, Team of the Year is a bit of a mixture of, you know, who deserves it mixed with popularity. So we get a vote, but we're not the whole vote. We get like 10 to 15% worth of the vote is what we count towards. The media, or this is how they've done it in the past, gets a vote and they get 10 to 15%. And then EA basically get the other 70 to 80% of the vote. So at the end of the day, EA can pretty much choose who they want. So EA is obviously going to choose players that, you know, deserve it, but also that are going to sell packs and make money. And obviously the community is going to vote in people who kind of deserve it, but also that are popular. So that's why someone like Muller, who, you know, you could easily have in there with those other two, Kimmich, De Bruyne, and Muller, why, I mean, he didn't even get put into the nominees, but why, even if he was in the nominees, he probably wouldn't have gotten in. Now, for my third spot, I think this is up in the air. I think easily you could go Thiago. I think could easily be chosen. For, you know, IRL, how he's actually been in real life. I think Son, due to popularity, I don't know if he's had as good a year as, you know, the things of like Thiago and players like that, but he's had a very solid season, year, and obviously popularity reasons. I think a lot of people would vote for this card. So I think that card could easily get in, and honestly, I love this card. I think someone like Henderson could very easily deserve it as well. But the card that I think will get in terms of, you know, deserves it, but also due to popularity and selling packs, is Bruno. So Bruno will be my third choice as a midfielder. It will be an insane card. He'll be a very popular choice. I think a lot of the community will vote him in. I think EA would like to see him in there because he would sell packs. And we all know what he's done this season. All right. He's been, so far this season with United and everything, he has been insane. I'm not a United fan, guys. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan. I see a lot of people talking about him, you know, Penandes, just talking about him scoring pens. But at the end of the day, that's what he's there for. He is a penalty taker, guys. He's a midfielder. Obviously, if he's the main penalty taker, obviously, he's going to score more penalties than he's going to score normal goals. So people saying, oh, he's not that good, most of his goals come from penalties. Well, no shit, Sherlock. All right? Like, that's his job. What people don't mention is that he also, I think, had the second most assists. Oh, no, not assists, chances created. The second most chances created among all competitions throughout the entire world. All right? People don't think about stuff like that. His leadership on the field, all right? And how he holds that team together. So I think he is definitely one of the deserving members. And I think he will get in, all right? Now, as for the attackers, this one could go any way. I think there are many deserving. I think there are also many that people want to see in. I'm going to put in who I think, a mixture of deserving / who I think will get in. So, first of all, I'm going to have Lewandowski. Lewandowski for me has been the best player this year. All right, he has been insane. I think popularity, he's maybe not as popular. So that's why, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, you saw a Mbappe get voted in ahead of him just due to popularity and what's going to sell packs. But I think Lewandowski definitely is the one that deserves that spot. Now, the other two are pretty straightforward, guys. I think one, they deserve it, but two, they're also just popular. EA is going to want them in there. Ronaldo, and obviously Messi. So that there, guys, is my Team of the Year vote. I think we could see a striker, a right wing. So I know in past, the last couple of years, they've done striker, left wing, right wing, but they have also done 2 strikers and a right wing before. You know, they've done 3 centre backs and 1 left back before. So it's not like they have to go left back, centre back, right back, left wing, striker, right wing, guys. It can change. So I think it'll be striker, right wing, cam, CDM, left back, centre back, right back, and goalkeeper. So that is my vote, and that is what I will be submitting right now. By the way, guys, let me know down below in the comment section, who are you voting for? Or out of my team you're seeing there, who do you maybe not agree with? All right. Remember, that is, that is who I think will get in. So that's not necessarily who I want to get in. You know, I would probably rather maybe a Son over a Bruno Fernandes. I think that would be awesome. You know, obviously, although I love Lewandowski, I think he deserves it. You know, an Mbappe over Lewandowski would be awesome, or a Neymar in there would be cool as well, guys. But that's who I think will get in based on who deserves it and who's also extremely popular. All right. Now, what I want to quickly go through with you guys is I want to look at price predictions on some of these players, all right? So that's what we're going to do right now, guys. I'm going to show you what I think these cards will look like. So we're going to black the screen out and some price predictions. Obviously, I voted for goalkeeper NEUER. There is what I think. I've already made a mistake. I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot to change his rating above, okay? So I think this card will be like a 97 rated card. Not 90 rated, my bad. I changed it with the others. I must have forgot him. But they're his stats. I think that's what his stats could kind of look like, all right? Now, pricing on this card. Let me have some water quickly, guys, before I start swallowing my own spit. So pricing on this card, if you have a look in past years, Alisson last year sat around the high 4s to 500k mark. Alisson, though, obviously was also about 97 rated, I think he was. But he was Prem Brazil. So obviously Premier League is going to be a lot more popular than the Bundesliga. Obviously, as well, we had Van Dijk last year. So you got the strong link. This year, I don't think we're going to have any Bundesliga centre-backs to get a strong link straight to that NEUER. So I think NEUER could actually be quite cheap. I don't see him going above what Alisson was. So I think a good area is probably 300,000 to 400,000 coins, around 400,000 coins. But I don't know if he'll go above 500. The fact that Alisson pretty much sat around high 4s to like low 5s, I don't see him going above what Alisson did, all right? So I think, and that'll be the cheapest Team of the Year card, obviously, there will be. The next card is the left back, and we've got Davies. I think we could see a 94 Davies, guys. 99 pace, 91 passing, 95 dribbling, 92 defense, 90 physicals. This card will be absolutely insane. Now, last year we had a left back, Robertson. Robertson was about 700,000 coins. So he was like a bit under that million mark. This card, though, is obviously a lot more meta. Now, while he is a bit harder to link than, say, a Liverpool player, the fact this card will be the best left back in the game for the rest of the year. All right, so, or at least till team of the season. So with that being said, this card will definitely be more. This card will be over the million mark. But left backs in general, left backs, right backs never go, insane prices. So, I mean, this card could easily, I think, be anywhere between, 1.2 to like 1.5. I don't know if I really see him going above the 1.5 mark, because normally left backs, right backs don't go super, super high. But yeah, if Robertson is 900k, and I think Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back last year, who this card is more meta than that card as again, was around the million mark, 900 to a million. I could see 1.2, 1.3 for a card like that easily. Next, we have got my boy Van Dijk, baby. Come on now. Oh, I would love to have this card, chat. I would love to have him 86 pace, 89 passing, 88 dribbling, 99 defending, 97 physicals. This card is a beast. Last year, let me have a quick look. I've got him up here. I think this card hit like 2.5 million to more, 3 million. So this card started at 3 million. He had a 99 rated card last year, 3 million, and then rose up to about a max of about 3.8. So I think you're going to see something very similar again this year. I mean, because he's injured, he's not going to get other informs. He's got one special card. He's not going to get any other special cards because he's injured, really. That'll probably be the best centre-back in the game. Or he will be the best centre-back in the game until team of the season, at least. Once again, I see that card being similar price. I reckon around that 3 million mark, you'll probably find that card will be again. The next centre-back, guys, as you all know, was obviously Ramos. Now, 97 Ramos, 82 pace, 83 shot, 89 dribbling, 90 passing, 97 defense, 96 physicals. I think in FIFA 19, we had a Ramos. I'm pretty sure that card was around the 2 million coin mark. And I honestly think that's probably around correct again. Maybe a bit more. I think if Van Dijk goes to about 3 to 3 plus, I think this card could be around that 2 to 2.5 mark. The reason why I've got him lower, obviously his stats aren't as good, but also his work rates. He has got, I think it's the high attacking, medium defending work rates, which aren't the perfect work rates, but this card is still going to be very, very expensive, very easy to link up with a lot of different cards as well. So I think, that 2 to 2.5 is probably quite likely. So this is the first year we're not going to have a cheap kind of centre-back. In past years, we've always had one centre-back that's been a bit cheaper. Like De Ligt last year. In FIFA 18, we had like Bonucci, I think it was. I think both centre-backs this year will be expensive. You've got the right back, TAA. I mean, yeah, you guys can see how cool this card looks. Very similar to what he kind of looked like last year as well. Last year, he sat around that million coin mark. I think once again, you'll see him around that million coin mark. 1.1 mil. Yeah, very nice card as a right back, but also just as a centre mid, as a box to box or a DM would make a really nice card as well if you could swap people around in game. Now we get to the big boys. Now this here was my favorite card last year, and it's going to be very similar. Boom. So last year we saw a 98 Kevin De Bruyne Team of Year, and his stats were pretty similar to what you're seeing right there. And I think we're going to see similar, guys. This card last year came out at just over 3 mil. So he was between about 3 to 3.3 mil. And he was like that for a while. I packed this card last year in Team of the Year. Please, FIFA gods, let me pack him again. I loved this card. This card was insane. He could play anywhere. I played him at CDM with a shadow at one point. I played him as a box-to-box at one point in the Hullet role. I played him as a cam. I played him as a striker. He fit every position. He was my favorite card for the entire year. This card's going to be amazing. And like I said, he was about 3 to 3.5 last year, and it was pretty much the same card, 98 rated. I think stats are going to be very similar to last year. And once again, I will see him be around that similar price, I think. Next, boys, we have got Kimmich. Now, this card looks nutty. Where do I see this Kimmich card? This is where it gets maybe a little bit harder. Now, if you want to compare him to last year, because I feel like that's the best way to do it, guys. You look at what pricing was last year, and you can kind of get an idea. Obviously, different links and different meta are going to make cards slightly different, but you can get an idea. So last year, we had a De Jong and a Kante, CDM kind of card. De Jong was around 1.6 million, 1.7 million, and Kante was about 2.5, I think it was. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, so Kante started at about 2.5 and he got up to about 2.7. And then De Jong started at 1.7 and actually, got up to about 2. So obviously they dropped off later in the year, but for a while they were there. So De Jong was about 1.7 to 2 and Kante was about 2.5 to 2.7. If you actually look at Kante's stats, and then you look at the card that I've got there in front of you, they're very similar. Kante was a bit better. Kante had better work rates. Obviously, Kimmich got high mediums. Kante had medium highs, which are better for a DM role. But the stats are quite similar. So I honestly think you could see this card. Obviously, links aren't as good being from the Bundesliga, but I think you could probably see this card similar around the De Jong area. I don't think this will be as high as what a Kante was. So I think more around that 1.7 to 2 mil. I don't know if that card will go above 2 mil. He could. I mean, he could, but I think it's more a De Jong area. So I would say, like I said, De Jong was about 1.7. So I would say maybe a bit more than that. So like 1.8 to 2.2, somewhere in that area is probably a good thing. So let's just say around the 2 million mark, I think is what you're looking at, guys. And now the last card, controversial card. This one is one that I think could have gotten in, might not get in, but we've got Bruno, and wow. This card is kind of similar, not as good, but very, very similar to basically Kevin De Bruyne. He's going to have solid pace, really good shooting, really good passing, really good dribbling, but then also like solid physicals and solid defense. So, you know, he's the kind of card where if you really wanted to throw a shadow on him, play him as a DM, or play him as a box-to-box with a shadow, or, you know, just throw, you know, a hunter on him or a hawk on him or a finisher, you know, any of those ones, and play him as a striker or as a cam, and you're balling out. All right, but going to be a nutty card. The last three speak for themselves. I've actually got these three down as all 99 rated cards. I think they'll all get 99 rated cards, and they're going to speak for themselves. Yeah, insane. I think... Now, some people might think this card's going to be super duper expensive. I actually don't think it's going to be as expensive as people think. Last year, we had a 97 Mane, I think it was, and he was around the, I think, like 2 million coin mark. We had a Team of the Year, Lewandowski, as well. I know that's near the end of the year, so you can't really compare that price. But even Team of the Year Lewandowski was about 1.5 million. About a week after he came out, he was 1.5 million. He settled out. So I do think this card will be above 2 million coins. I mean, a 99 rated card this early in the year with those stats, he's definitely going to be above 2 million coins. But I don't think he's going to be above 3. So that's kind of where I've got him. Like, personally, because of how the meta works and his height and things like that, and just popularity reasons, being obviously a Bayern player as well, you know, not as easy to link in Bundesliga. I do think this card, I don't know, it's hard to pick, man. I think maybe like around the 2.5 area, but I don't think he's going to go above 3. Because like I said, I think like a Kevin De Bruyne and a Bruno, I think those cards are going to sit up around that 3 mark. And I think a lot of people would rather those cards over this Lewandowski. So I'm going to say 2.5. Could be wrong on that one. That one is a bit of a hard one to judge. Now, the last 2 cards are just going to be filthy expensive. We've got Messi. I mean, speaks for himself. He's going to get a very similar card to last year. Last year, Messi came in at... Let's have a quick look. Messi's Team of the Year came in at 4 million. Between 4 to 4.5 million. I think it's going to be exactly the same, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty much going to be exactly the same. If not, maybe actually a little bit less. The reason why I say less is because last year, Messi's gold card was actually quite expensive. This year, Messi has been a much less popular choice. So he was 4 to 4.5 last year with very similar stats, same rating, 99. I still think he's going to be up around that area, but maybe he is a little bit less than last year just because of popularity. Like I said, not as many people are jumping on him this year. And then Ronaldo is just going to be filthy expensive. This card was about 9 million coins last year, guys. If you did not know, he'll be the most expensive card in FIFA. Yeah, so he started out actually at like 7 mil on like the first couple days he's out. But then rose up to about 9 mil within a few weeks. So this card was pretty much between, you know, 7 to 9 mil. And I think you're going to see the exact same thing again, somewhere in that, you know, probably like 8, 9 mil kind of area, which is just insane. But if you've got the money, he's going to be the best card in the game, best striker in the game. pretty much for forever, for the rest of FIFA. All right, even once team of the season comes out, until we get a 99 team of the season Ronaldo, he will still be the best then probably, guys. So that card obviously will be absolutely insane. Now, obviously for the 12th man, I didn't do a 12th man prediction for you, but we do get a 12th man vote normally. They put the cards that missed out, but are obviously extremely good. So last year we got Ronaldo won the 12th man. This year, I don't think we're going to get like an Mbappe and a Messi or a Mane. So the 12th man vote will probably be between like a Salah, a Mane, a Messi, a Mbappe, and, you know, like a Neymar. Who's going to win it, guys? Probably Mbappe or Neymar. Because the 12th man vote is 100% community voted. Mbappe or Neymar are just popular. One of those guys is going to win it. Now, if one of them win it, they're going to be filthy. Mbappe last year was around that 6 million coin mark. And I'm pretty sure Neymar in previous years when he's had a team of the year was around like that 7 mil mark. And I think you'd find very similar again this year, guys. If one of those two wins the 12th man, they will be an insane card and they will probably be that 6-7 mil mark. Just the one step under Ronaldo. All right, so that's how I'd say it would go. It would be like Ronaldo would be the most expensive. Then your Mbappe or your Neymar if they get a 12th man. Then Messi. Then your next tier will be like BRUYNE, Kevin De Bruyne. Then Lewandowski. Then you're probably going to get your KIMMICH. Then you're probably going to get like your Van DIJK. Then your KIMMICH and your RAMOS. Then your left back and your right back. And then your goalkeeper. That's kind of how the pricing system works with these team of the years. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Sorry if it was a bit long-winded. I just wanted to get through everything with you. Let me know in the comments below who you think is going to get a team of the year, what ratings you guys think they are. If you think my predictions are pretty spot on or not, let me know at all. Appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.